What's going on, Exile? I was going to make a build guide out of this character, but I felt it ended up very far from what I had first planned out in my mind, so I just go over it real quick and give some pointers on where to take it rather than to end up with something like I did. First of all, if you go for Farul's Fur and Farul's Mask, then going for something like Pathfinder would be the better option over Raider. Or perhaps if you want to give the 100% Flicker Strike version a try without spending all your currency on Farul's Fur, and something like a Bronze Leaf together with the new Gluttony belt is definitely worth a try, and then run that as a Raider with the Frenzy and Onslaught Ascendancy choices. Then you can possibly use your Ancestral Protector combination in the weapon, and a 5-link there should be more than enough to get you by. I mean, the build is still really strong, and for example against the Hydra fight you can see right now, the damage is still very good against single targets with Flicker, but you need your flask to really pump it up and to keep the evasion at a high enough level. So if you continue watching, you can see that now that the flask drops and I don't portal back to refill the flasks, the damage is significantly less and evasion is so low that I would end up taking some damage. Regardless of that, you can still kill all of the bosses, it's just not as easy as it should be for such a costly build. So if you decide to run this build as a Pathfinder, then 6-linking your weapon and using something like a Heavy Strike in there for the really tough enemies, then the build should be able to clear everything in the game quite comfortably. Of course, T14 and T15 bosses are still easy because, well, they should be with such an investment regardless of how your character is built. And here's a picture of the skill tree that I would use with Heavy Strike and Flicker Strike combined. For gloves I use Shaper's Touch gloves for the accuracy, and then for boots I use Dark Ray Vectors for the extra frenzy and dodge chance. So whenever Jade Flask is up, I have over 70% chance to evade and 46% chance to dodge. And the stats on the rare items are life, res, some attributes, physical damage, and a bit of a crit multiplier on the amulet. So for the flask I went with a Life Flask, a Lion's Roar, a Wise Oak, a Diamond Flask, and then lastly a Jade Flask for the evasion. I mean, it's still a really fun build to play and definitely good for clearing maps, but anyway, thanks for watching. I will get back to my normal build guide videos from now on. It just didn't feel right to make one about this build since I wasn't that happy with how it all turned out in the end.